Hostile World, we here again. Welcome to another episode of the Hostile Bros. We're back again with the Olympics coverage, as we've been doing for the past couple of episodes. Glad you could join us. We got Hakim here on my right. We're missing Hans today, unfortunately. Shout out to Hans.
Shout out to
Hopefully,
Hans.
he can be back. He can be back with us soon next week. But we just here enjoying the heat of a fun crop over day, Kaduma Day, final day of the crop over season here in Barbados. Uh, I didn't know you get to take in any of the festivities today, Hakim.
The only festivities I was able to take in was dropping my dad to the jump. The guy he said he wanted to have a jump with his friends, so
Mm.
he said, Hakeem, I need a drop." I said, so
You know
done.
any young boys out, do you?
You know what I'm saying? Well,
You know any
boys.
young boys out, do you?
But other than that, nothing really. I was happy today to hear there was a new route, and
Mhm.
the route to me seemed more. I like the road. It's a new road. I like the road. Simple, to the point. Not as many hills. You should get more breeze depending where you are. So it was good to see. So hopefully people today enjoy themselves, and I'll probably be there
Yeah.
next year.
I think it was good, man. The rain come down a little bit today, which I figured
It's
would
great for
help with us.
jumpers.
Yes, I figured it would help us tonight, cooling down the atmosphere. But no, I'm still here sweating. You can see the sweat running down my face. But yes, I'm certain that the revelers today had a blast in the rain. To cool them down. Outside, it came out a little bit steamy today.
Yeah,
So sure, it was a lot of fun. Um, and some of our friends too might know and enjoy the fun on the side of the road like Bajans typically do.
for sure,
So
for sure.
it was good to see. It was good to see. But nonetheless, let's get into the real meat of the matter here. The Olympics. We made some predictions on the first Olympics episode or the second one. The first Olympics episode, I
Yeah,
believe,
I think it was the
about
first. Yeah,
who we thought would have been, I guess, the countries with the most medals in the Olympics. And so far, not to toot my own horn, but China is in the lead with 21 gold medals so far. Trailing right behind them is United States, which was I guess, the majority pick among the Astro Bros coming into
yeah,
these predictions.
yep.
And just behind by one gold medal. In total, they have 78 medals on the whole, which is absolutely absurd. Britain is 20 gold medals, 30 silver, and 28 bronze. And I could see where you guys went with that pick. I just feel like China had the edge coming in this year, and they're proving it so far with these gold medals in a lot of sports that people probably even thinking about archery and all sorts of things that they're racking up gold medals on. Um, I don't know. What do you think about China's performance on a whole this toss for the Olympics?
I mean, this is expected of China. China's always a powerhouse in sports. They're gonna be up there. They're gonna rack in, rightfully as you said, they're gonna get those gold medals and those events
Mhm.
that we typically don't think about, like the archery, synchronized swimming, some swimming, of course, weightlifting, powerlifting. They're gonna find their ways to get their gold medals, but the job is not finished. The United States trails by only one gold medal,
More gold
and we
medal.
know and we know there's track and field on currently. There's certain events on like USA just likes to put their stamp their authority. The 400 being one, the 4x1s. So we expect more. We expect that to potentially change. But my pick, of course, is USA. I do believe that at the end of it all, US is gonna have the most gold medals. They clearly already have the most medals, but they're definitely gonna get the
Yeah,
most
by
gold
far.
medals. Yeah, by
See.
far, by far, by far. There was actually at one point in time USA was trailing in terms of the gold medals, but we're leading by far in the actual total
Yeah, total
medal count.
medals. Yeah.
By like
Mhm.
third day, it was outrageous. I was like, okay, this all USA playing it. They getting a lot of silver and bronze, but they picked up the
Mhm.
pace. They now move from like I think they were seventh or eighth first, or the second right now. But by tomorrow, that potentially could change. So
Yeah,
I feel good about my pick. I standing strong on it, standing on business that this is my pick that they're gonna get the most goals, and we'll see. We shall see.
I mean, I kind of scared to be honest, given that I don't think the typically the any Olympics the majority of the events is skewed towards the athletics most of the time. And that's where USA does, put a lot of emphasis and try to get as much medals as possible. So right now the odds are not in China's favor for them to, you know, stay in the top of the gold medal in the gold medal count. But but
Anything
Caribbean
else?
people might be able to the Caribbean people might be able to deny the USA
Yeah.
athletes and gold medals coming to these track meets. And we started off with in athletics. Shakari did not take away the goal. Renee from St. Lucia, Julien Alfred came out on top. Truthfully, truthfully, I didn't know what she before. I didn't know what she before this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't know what she before this, but anytime there's any Caribbean involvement, we gotta show it out. We gotta celebrate it, and this is this is one of the times where you actually see West Indian unity, West Indian pride, West Indian camaraderie outside of cricket. So it's good to have something at this big of a stage to celebrate, and not only was it a gold medal for the Caribbean when we look at it community wise, but it was the first gold medal for St. Lucia. I think the first medal period for St.
Ever.
Lucia, which
Yeah.
is historical.
Yeah.
But what a race that was coming into the semifinals, which I did watch. I think like Julian did look confident and look strong. She did.
Powerful.
I think she did run her semifinal with Shakari. Did she? I think
Yep.
she
And
did.
beat Shikari. And beat
Yep.
Shikari in the
And
semis
beat
as well.
Shakari in the semifinal and shut down. So if you had to predict from that race, anyone would have said, yeah, she looked primed to be the one to win. So said, so done. What were your thoughts on the race, Hakeem?
For me, once I start with the semis first. Well, let me start with the prelims. I watched Julien Alfred in prelims. I was impressed. What I will say before the Olympics, I didn't really know much about Julien Alfred. Uh, that was my fault. But I was informed by my St. Lucian I was informed by my St. Lucian
Mhm.
colleagues that she's the one to look out for. Uh, they had all hopes. She was their best chance of getting a medal. And they were
Mhm.
told me, look out for Julien Alfred, look out for Julien Alfred. I'm like, okay, we'll see. But when they did see the times, when they did see her PBs coming into the event, I was like, okay, she's legitimate. I She has a chance. Watch the prelim dominated. Watch her in the semis. The way she stamped her authority against Shakari Richardson, I was like, okay. Instantly, I posted that's my pick for the gold medal because the
Mhm.
way she beat Shakari convincingly, I was like, okay, she definitely has the power. She has the start. Once she executes, once she stays calm, she can get it done. But the thing that really stood out to me in the semifinals, Shakari normally has great top end speed, especially in the latter stages of the race when she's not just accelerating. When people are slowing down, she's kind of still accelerating. And she did in the semifinals, she did catch up to Julian Alfred a bit, but I realized it was too late. She was really powering through trying to catch up, and she couldn't. So I was like, okay, once Julian stays calm, transferring on to the finals the same day, later on in the day, I'll say, okay, this is gonna be a top final. Julian Alfred, Shakari, looking. I was looking for Talu from Cote d'Ivoire. I was hoping that she might
Mhm.
potentially medal, and I can't remember. I was also looking at Tia Clayton, who's a Jamaican. I thought she would have done better. She won her semis pretty convincingly, but when I saw the start of that race, I saw the start that Julian Alfred had, and it mirrored the semifinals against Shakari. Shakari started not the best. She started behind,
Mhm.
and when I Shakari was actually behind, she was actually in fourth or fifth the midpoint
It
of
made
the
it be a point.
race.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Mhm.
Shakari, you might not have a medal, Shakari.
Yeah. Exactly.
I was like, okay, but Afra just kept strong. She accelerated. Shakari was able to manage the silver, but just a bit short. But I'm impressed with Junior Alfred. She's had a national record, 10.72, I believe the time is. National record for St. Lucia, PB. She's an icon in St. Lucia. St. Lucia went crazy
Yeah.
for her,
Of
and
course.
rightfully so. That was their first medal ever at the Olympics, but
Mhm.
then it's gold. You can't ask for nothing better than that.
Exactly.
Actually,
No better.
the only bet you can ask is a goal in two. That's the only bet you
That's
can ask.
true. That's true.
That's the only bet you can ask
And
for
if
now.
you
Another goal in two, and she's
and
an
if you
icon.
saw the heat today, bro, she
Powerful.
looked the same type of powerful
Powerful,
force that she has been
powerful,
in the 100-meter sprint. So
powerful.
that might be on deck.
Yeah,
That next gold medal might be on deck.
it's true, it's true. And we'll get into
So
that
we're
later.
looking
But
forward to it.
Shakari, just want to point out quickly, Shakari is not running two, so she must be extremely disappointed that she's not running two. She doesn't even get a second chance at
Yeah,
redemption.
to
It's just that. That's
yeah,
it.
correct.
That is it.
Well, she lived with it. She still get a medal. Obviously, the competitor that she carry is would like to be taking home um, the top praise. But next year,
Or next
well,
Olympics.
next 4 years, next 4 years,
Yeah, next
next four
Olympics.
years.
Los
Um,
Angeles.
Shakari's teammate, what I can see is arguably the race of the summer, the men's 100-meter final. That was nothing short but spectacular. That was one of the most entertaining races we've seen in a while in terms of competition. The race went right down to the line. It was pretty much like everybody, all the athletes was pretty much spread right across the line. The margin for victory was super, super narrow.
Yep.
People think that Kishan Thompson got cheated out from the victory. A lot of people on Twitter and all over the social media multiverse speaking about if your foot over the leg, yada yada, without actually knowing the rules. If it's a foot race, way is not way is not measured by your foot over the line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
all these started theories and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Noah Lyles, the big talker that was a big walker as well, because he back up the talk, came out and won the goal in impressive fashion. He got out to a rough start, in my opinion. Much like I think he was trailing in most of the heats and the semis. He didn't win a single race until the final
he
race.
did not he did not win a race until the
Yeah,
finals.
until the
Not a
final race.
race. And that was a shocker.
But he came out and performed when it mattered most. And as I said, he started off slow, but that that top end speed carrying him to the finish. What are your thoughts on his run?
Before I start with his run, I got to shout out to all the guys in the finals.
Yeah, true.
Every
Yeah,
single that 8-man field. I want to say that was probably, I want to say it's the most hyped finals I've ever watched, but I don't have enough time to decide if that was better than in 2012. Actually, that's the second best. The 2012 Olympic finals was the best to me, but this
okay.
finals was the best since then. Over 10 years, over a decade, we had to wait for such a race of this magnitude, this height. 8 men made this finals. Every man qualified with a time
Exactly.
less under 10 seconds. You know what kind
Mhm.
of speed and pace that is? Every man qualified under 10 seconds for finals. The person who won Noah Lyles. Shout out to Noah. Noah stood on business.
Mhm.
Noah's confidence was unshakable. Even after losing in the prelim, after losing the semis, the man was as confident as ever. And what showed me his confidence? We're introducing the athletes for the finals. Everyone came with this normal celebration, just yo, how you doing? This is me, Noah Lyles was the last athlete. Noah Lyles ran onto the track ahead of the starting blocks. Must have run about a good 20, 30 meters, jumping in the air, shouting. I was like, bro, what are you on? Like everybody like scared they started blocks. My guy already down the field, down the racetrack, shouting and jumping and hyping up the crowd.
Celebrating like he win the race already.
Like playing mental games. But the guy was
Mhm.
confident. Race began. My favorite for the race was Kishan Thompson from Jamaica.
Mhm.
I thought Kishan had the race. I believed in Kishan, but I know Noah. He can never doubt Noah Lyles. His top end speed is incredible. Once he gets a decent start, he's there, and he lives for the competition. The race
For sure.
started. Noah's trailing. I was like, okay, is it this tested? I think Kishan did not get the best of start either. Kishan was a bit behind. I think in the 50-meter mark, everybody's fairly even. Fred Curley, who actually got third in that race, I can't remember his
Mhm.
time. I think his time was a 9.81. He was, to me, he looked like he was in first. Kishan ran past him or realized he felt the pressure. Past him around the 60-meter mark. I can see, to me, he didn't look as comfortable, he didn't look as relaxed. Noah, on the other hand, completely relaxed, slowly making progress, using his top end speed, believing in himself. dip past Kishan on the line. Now these
Oh,
both these
right.
guys got 9.79. That was the official time.
Exactly.
But they went
Crazy.
behind the scenes and said we went to 1,000th of a second and said that no one by 0.005. No,
Which is crazy.
I didn't know you used to do that. I was like, I would love them to give away
But how
double
else?
double goals like how they do at high jump and certain events. Give double goals. My lord, I think the guys both the clock measured them at both this time. I I,
You really want to see the double goals? They
I
want
would take a
somebody to be on top.
I would take a double goal. That to me
Of
I was like
course, we want to take a double goal if it's an athlete, but we really want to see the double goals. We want a champion.
they I they want a champion. No dip perfectly at the line. I don't know why Kishan didn't dip. As you can tell, I already sound a little biased because I was rooting for Kishan. But
I mean,
no,
truthfully, I don't know what he didn't dip either.
but normally that's one thing you do in track and field, dip. But Noah dip perfectly. He ran a perfect race. He ran a PB. I must say, Noah Lyles ran a PB. He has never run that fast in his life, ever. And that just shows the mental fortitude after, as I said, losing in the prelim, running a 9.80. I think he ran a 9.80 or 9.81 in the semifinals. Sorry, it was a little below, I think 9.83 or something along those lines. Slightly below his PB at that time. Still lost. And then to have the mental fortitude to come back in the finals and run a lifetime best, phenomenal stuff. And if you heard his post game interview, he basically said, "I'm that guy. I'm that man."
Yeah, I'm
I,
him.
he thought Kishan had it, but when he saw it was him, he was like, "I'm that guy." And he said, "I'm the first man on the planet, and no one can take that from me." And then he said some frightening words afterwards. He said, "The 200 is my event. That's my better event.
Exactly.
That is
We
my
ever
better
we even
event.
touch on that. We
That's
even
my
touch on
better
that. This
event."
man, the 100 is not this man pet event. So I don't know. You predicting maybe a, be on record watch for the 200. What you feel? What you feeling for the 200?
The 200, I honestly believe we could be on Olympic record, and they say Olympic record and not world record. I don't think he'll get the world record, which is 19.19. I don't think
Which is
I don't think he'll go below
which
that.
is so much pace. Oh my god.
It is. It is. I
Really.
do believe he can. I do believe he can break the Olympic record, which I believe is 19.30 set by
Like,
Usain Bolt.
mhm,
So I believe he's capable of doing that. I think his personal best is 19.31, and after
mhm,
running a PB, his confidence has to be through the roof. He's technically faster once he's gotten the right recovery done to his body. I don't see any
mhm,
reason why he can't break the record right now, and it seems to be a fast track in Paris. So
mhm.
I mean, I think we should be watching out for a potential Olympic record once the heats go as planned. The semis are gonna be brutal. I don't care anybody tells me the semis right now. There are too many top dogs right now running in
Top,
this two
top in 200.
in this
Yeah,
200. Too many.
I'm
If you
gonna
thought the
like.
100 had them, there's so many more coming out to the woodwork for the 200 guys
Mhm.
that they don't even run the 100 area night in. Um, there's
The
another guy from
grass.
US,
I see the
the
grass
Grad.
running.
Well, actually, well,
Yeah,
he ran the 100, but he's a better 200 meter runner for sure.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
another guy from
exactly.
USA.
But I mean,
There's another guy from.
go ahead. No, I was just saying. The grass is more tilted as a 200 runner than
Yes,
100.
yeah.
Yeah,
And actually, he's actually the Olympic champion. He's the defending Olympic champion in the 200 meters as well.
I
So
did.
yeah,
I didn't
so
remember that.
he's a big one. He's a big one. But right now, Tobago looking good from Botswana. So he's gonna have some
Exactly. You know
competition.
that's your
But
guy.
that's my guy. I got him to win the race. I just love his form, the way he runs.
Mhm,
Looks relaxed, looks effortlessly. Reminds me of Usain Bolt, his running style a bit. I
mhm,
just think he just needs a win, but he could potentially get the gold as well. Right now, this
mhm.
200 is going to be a phenomenal race. But no allows, he's definitely a favorite. Can't argue there. Just hope for the semis. I think the
Should
semis are
be.
tomorrow. I think the semis are tomorrow. So I'm looking forward
Good
to
job.
see the semis and see what I see from them the outcome.
Yeah, man. Some good stuff. And not to mention, this is the one. This is the one time that the Caribbean hasn't won the 100-meter men's in the last how many years? I think we
The
won like
men,
almost
I don't
every year.
I don't
Yeah,
no no I don't think
almost
we
like the last
we've not won
last.
the 100 meters for men. I think since Usain Bolt retired, actually.
I mean, at the Olympics, sure.
Yeah, and not any men because
Who won in
uh,
the last Olympics?
Jacobs from Italy. Name right now.
Oh yes. Oh, he had pull up, but he had an issue
No,
or something like that in some
you
race I
mean
saw
you
recently.
mean you
In
mean
the
this
200.
race?
I swear I saw him limping off of somewhere. I don't know if it was him.
Not sure, but before I forget, it just came to memory. I want to also shout out to these guys for the 100 one more time. The guy who came last, which is if
Yeah, one
Seville
9.8.
Oblique from Jamaica, he ran
Yeah,
9.91 as his time, and he came eighth.
9.91. Yeah,
Imagine a
that's
guy
crazy.
can't run 9.91 and finish eighth. That would have probably medal last Olympics. Seventh was 9.88. Like, these times are phenomenal. Imagine you running 9.85 and can't get a medal.
Correct.
That's unheard of. So this is probably overall
That's basically it.
in
Gotta be
terms of
one of the best.
performance, yeah, definitely one of the best. But overall, everybody performing one of the best, probably one of the best 100s, but the most hyped 100 ever and lived up to the hype, definitely
Yeah,
2012. Can't
2012.
argue there. So that's my last time the 100s.
But yeah, I think this is the US's first Olympic gold medal in the 100 in the past 20 years or something like that. So um, they
It's
gotta be
possible.
beaming right now.
Yeah, cause
They
Bolt
gotta
won
be
since
beaming.
2008. 2020 was
Wow.
2020 was Italy. It was Italy. Cause 2008 to 2016 was Bolt. Then he had 2020, which was the Italian guy. So that's already 16 years right there. And I can't remember
Mhm.
before Bolt who won that one. So yeah, they definitely USA is beaming.
uh,
Oh, we forgot to mention. Oh,
go
the
ahead.
basketball team must be like damn. Noah
Oh
Lyles
yeah,
won
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
USA
Oh
the
yeah,
USA basketball
that's a
team.
big storyline.
Yep,
That's a big
huge.
storyline. How you can forget that?
I heard it all
So
showed up. Yeah, you go.
yeah, apparently I hear the all showed up probably to flame him if he didn't look if he didn't win. But he shut out the critics, and I just don't understand why he's getting so much heat for saying that
You're telling
they are not
truth.
champions of the world. That is
You're
just
telling truth.
facts.
Yeah,
I am a basketball fan, and I don't see why they would call NBA champions world champions because it is a sport domestic to the U.S. market. Like
yeah,
it is not a yes, there are people from multiple countries that play within the league, but it's not a let me how to put it. It is not international competition.
yeah. Exactly. It's a North American league. That's all it is.
Exactly. Literally that. So I don't know
Uh,
where he gets so much heat. And I feel like the US on Twitter, the US fans on Twitter just be going at him because he said that. And to me it's totally unwarranted, really and
yeah.
truly. Because
Agree.
he's not saying anything wrong whatsoever. But
Agree.
on top of that, I think a lot of people don't like his cockiness, his arrogance to some degree, but I
That's
gotta
track
respect
and
him, man,
field.
because
Yeah, of course. That's
yes,
track and field.
you got to have it. And I feel like that's the reason why he was able to go there and win that 100-meter final, really and truly. He came with the energy that I am going to win, and you are not going to stop me from winning.
Yep,
From
and
the
that makes
jump.
it exciting. That draws fans, whether you love or hate him. It draws attention to the sport. And let's not forget, Usain Bolt was a pretty arrogant guy.
Showman.
Backed
Yes,
it up. He has the fastest times ever in the one and two, fastest for by one split ever recorded. But the man was very confident, borderline arrogant.
for
Celebrated
sure.
before even start the
I
race.
don't
Come on, no,
borderline.
come
I
come
don't
on,
think it's
no,
borderline. I don't think
come
it was
on, no.
borderline arrogant. That was very arrogant, not
So
borderline.
it's like, I love to see it. I love to see it in track and field. That's just it's competition. Everyone is thinking the same thing. Just people don't want to show it, but everyone's thinking the same thing. Thinking they're the best. Thinking I could beat this guy. This guy can't come around me. Everyone's thinking about that. That makes the sport fun. If you're a competitor in track and field, that's what you expect. That's what you want to see.
For sure. For sure. All right, coming off the heat a little bit, we got touch with the home base. We would have talked about our Barbadian athletes that participated in some events over this past week. We had Jack Kirby last week in the 100-meter freestyle heat. He placed third in the heat, did not advance to the next round, unfortunately. But of course, we got to shout out our local boys and gals for their performances. So shout out to Jack Kirby for representing the country. We also have Matthew Wright in the triathlon last week as well. He placed 34th out of 55 athletes in the triathlon, which is a pretty good performance for his first time on the triathlon stage. So shout out to him for representing. And we had Tristan even in the 100-meter sprints. She did not advance either, but placed sixth in the 100-meter heats. So shout out to her. Then we got Shadia Williams, who's running in the 400 meters sprints. She advanced to the semifinal round in a pretty convincing fashion. She ran her heats,
Yeah,
and that
this
was
morning.
that was this morning
Well,
or
this
last
morning
morning.
our time. This morning our time,
Yeah.
but it was
Mhm.
afternoon in Paris.
Yes. Pretty convincing fashion. Um, I don't know how she looked to you, Haki.
Uh, she looked pretty good before I start my era. It was actually this morning in Paris. I think it was 11 o'clock or 11:30 in Paris this
This,
morning. Or borderline 12 because I woke up this morning around 5 something to
yes, it
watch
was
it.
this. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
five something. Yeah.
yeah. But she looked pretty good to me. She did finish third in her heat, but she slowed down tremendously, significantly towards the last 30 meters,
Yeah.
and got and
Yeah.
got and got snipped for third. But she was in second convincingly. I believe she could have even made a push for first if she really wanted to. But
Yeah.
the aim of the heat is to qualify for the
Right.
next stage. And once you qualify as an automatic qualifier, you normally get a better lane for the semis. So job done. That was all that was expected. I expected that of her for sure. As I said it on record, I have her. I think she has a very good chance of winning a medal. So which means I expect her in the finals. So she looked comfortable, relaxed. She never looks like she's exerting a lot of energy when she's running. Her running form
Never. Yeah.
is
Impeccable.
relaxed. It's
Yeah.
a different stride pattern from what I'm accustomed to seeing, but she never looks tired. You can't tell she's tired. Someone actually messaged me today asking if she's hurt because the way she runs, she just like just do, 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 do. So,
Yeah.
but she
She
ran,
just skipping along.
yeah, and just like just that's a nice trot. But she ran well, third, good time, a decent time. So I think it was a 50 point, if I'm not mistaken, a low or mid 50. But as I said, she did shut down. She did run pretty relaxed. She didn't overexert energy. So I expect her to have a up. No, not expect. She will have to up the tempo in the semis. She has a
Oh,
chance
for
of making the
sure.
finals, most definitely. But she's looking good. She's looking good, and that's the best thing. Could be relaxed, no strain, decent time, shutting down early. She's looking very good right now.
Most definitely. Um, I watched it. As I said, she looks pretty comfortable. She's going to need to, you know, put a little bit more oomph in that semifinal run. I think the ladies in these 400 meters look pretty dangerous. I watched a couple of
Right.
the heats. This lady from Ireland, oh my
Yes,
god,
yes, yes,
looks
yes.
crazy. I can't get her name pronounced. Adaliki. I don't know if that's the name,
I think so,
but
but I'll have to look at it again. But I watched
yeah,
her this morning as well too.
she is
Dangerous.
in top form. She probably is probably the favorite to win it more than likely. Given her
Not, I
personal
won't say
best, and you was it?
I won't say
I
she's a.
think she had
I
one
mean,
of the best times coming in.
I think she might have one of the better times, but I don't think she is the can be the favorite because I think there
Um,
is
Lady.
there's a four. I'm trying to remember the names right now. Uh, oh, the lady from Paulino from Dominican Republic
Mhm.
is a
Oh wait,
favorite.
and wait, did Fem Cable run in this?
No, no, she did not. If she did, I probably missed her, which should be strange. But
Yeah,
I don't see her
I
winning.
don't remember seeing her either. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
strange.
she.
I think that's strange
Uh,
on the whole.
Not really. I mean, to run 400 meter hurdles and 400 and a
I mean,
4x4, that's a lot of running. There's a lot of rounds.
yeah. Uh,
So the athletes are looking dangerous. Nasir Sawa from Bahrain. I think she got gold at World Championships in 2019. She ran an amazing time. She's pretty dangerous, and she won today in 49.91. I look very
mhm,
comfortable. She's one to
mhm.
look out for. I would say who did there's another athlete
Oh,
would
boy,
say
actually did
Paul.
run.
Pardon me.
Did she win? No, I tripping.
Now she didn't run.
Easy
She would
win
have won a
to
race.
win. Okay, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Adelike for sure is one to look out for. And
Hmm.
Paulino, she's the Olympic. I think she's the defending Olympic champion from
Mhm.
Dominican Republic. So she's definitely dangerous. So those three athletes, uh, powerful athletes. Those are the ones that we will look out for. And they can never come to America, for being honest.
Yeah,
America is
they've
always
just
dangerous
find a way.
in the
Yeah.
fours. Yeah, they're always dangerous in the four, but in the 400. And then Jamaica's looking pretty steady. So honestly, I want to wait until the semis tomorrow to see what they're looking,
Mhm.
because
Okay.
people, the athletes can always run a one-off race and look spectacular, but it's when you're running the rounds and they add up, they take a toll on your body. And I'm curious
Mhm.
how they're able to manage this toll. So we definitely see. I think tomorrow the sem. I think tomorrow the semis are running, or is it Wednesday?
Yeah, the seventh, I think, is the semis. Yeah,
Yeah, so the
the
Wednesday.
seventh
Okay,
is the semis. Mhm.
okay. So yeah, they have some time to rest. So those are the big names for me. And of course, another big name is Shada Williams.
Yeah,
So I'll
of
put it in
course,
there as
that's the biggest name for me.
yeah, for sure. I have to put it in there. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think those are the ones to watch out for sure.
yeah. I got Shadi going all the way to the finals. So on August 9th, I could be somewhere wherever it is, making sure that at 2 p.m. You better write this down for all the Belgian fans out there. 2 p.m. August 9th, 400-meter finals.
Log on and
Shadi
support.
Williams. You gotta come out and support. You gotta be glued to the TV. See how St. Lucia erupt for Alfred. We gotta be there ready to erupt in case, well, in hopes that the miracle happens. Barbados is first gold medal. Who knows? So moving on, we have a little moment with some swimming. So there's I was scrolling on Twitter the other day and I just seeing all these tweets about, oh, this guy has to be doping, yada yada yada. And I should figure out what's going on. And China. China has an athlete called Zhanle Pan who broke the world record. I think one of the few world records that has been broken so far at these Olympics in the 100-meter freestyle with a crazy time of 46 point some odd seconds. That was a good ways from Michael Phelps' almost 15-year record that he held. And then in the 4 by 100-meter medley relay, he came back and won the gold for China yet again in impressive fashion. Even doing the time that doing the world record that he broke in the individual race. So he swam a 46 point in the individual race and then went into the relay and swam a 45 point. What he is doing is absolutely absurd. Uh, I I don't know, man. He has been spectacular throughout the entirety of the Olympics, and I just don't know why they're seeing these guys have some success and immediately go, "Oh, he has to be doping, he has to be doing this." And I saw a statistic just this morning saying that China has one of the lowest, I guess, frequencies of anyone being caught doping or anything like that. And people just going out with it. People just like to talk. Twitter is the place for that. I get
that
it,
that's funny.
but
That's either saying that to one of two things. Either they're the most sophisticated ever at doping, or or they just don't
this is
dope.
a
So
reason to panic.
or they just don't dope. So you can't be catching someone that doesn't dope.
Exactly. But if it was Caleb Dressel or somebody like that doing it, they wouldn't be. There's no way that they'd be talking about doping or anything. So, but for the time, it's somebody that they don't really expect to be the victors and in impressive fashion. Uh, s- Negativity reigns. But shout out to Zhanle Pan for dominating. I guess, yeah, somewhat the 100-meter uh, freestyle event
For
this year's
sure.
Olympics and breaking records that people probably thought wouldn't have been broken.
And I
But
have to
that's
add
what
on,
these events are for.
most definitely, and I have to add on to uh to to his record breaking race. Michael Phelps, I think, set about 39 records throughout his career in swimming,
Crazy.
and I think there are four or less remaining
Exactly.
from that all those records he broke, four or less. So
It,
it
it is
shows
a
you
new
that
generation in swimming.
sports and athletes as a whole, swimmers are improving at times, are getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the records, some of the records have taken 10, 15 years to be broken, but they're still being broken. So someone has to break them to being caught eventually. So let's not jump the boat and say, he's doping, he's doping. Records have been falling for quite some time now in regards to Michael Phelps records. Someone has to
Mhm.
break them. They've been working with the Chinese, Americans, Australians, the French. They will
Uh,
they will go.
you
So
mentioned the Australians. The Australians have been dominating the swim meets across the Olympics, really and truly, especially the women's side. I don't know
yeah,
what is going on. I didn't even know that Australia was such a dominant or such a strong team in the Olympics for swimming, but they
yeah,
have been racking up some medals for swimming for sure.
yeah. They're powerful in the swimming. They're just an all rounder, a good country, a great country in terms of sports, a great sporting
Of course,
country.
yeah,
Yeah,
true,
but they do well in swimming historically. Them USA, China, normally the big guns in swimming for sure.
yeah. Quick mention here as well, staying on the swimming. Leon Marchand, we would have talked about him last week. He
Yeah,
set a new record for the 400-meter individual medley, and from that gold medal, he went on to get three more. So I think he's probably the most decorated swimmer so far for this Olympic meet. And just a brief shout out to him, homeboy, getting a lot of love, I would presume, and he
for sure,
deserved it.
for
He
sure.
deserved it to the fullest. Yeah. He deserves it to the fullest. So I know Leon Marchand for his dominance throughout the Olympics on the swimming side. So let's bounce over to some basketball now. We haven't gone to dive in to any Olympic basketball as much. Truthfully, it's been a struggle trying to get to watch the Olympics here in Barbados. Uh, you turn on the channel for the
Not
Olympics,
not
and
not
then
available
it's
in your
showing
region. Not available in your
table tennis.
region.
Yeah, showing table tennis, or we showing shooting or archery or this thing. So I think the only time we actually get to see it as the main event is when we get to the finals with the gold medal game and the bronze medal game, I believe. But USA, as we talked about last week, USA the absolute favorite to go home with the gold medal, and so far has looked mightily strong, beat pretty much every team that they face handily. Uh, what are your thoughts on USA basketball so far?
I mean, as expected, they assembled the ultimate team. That's my name for the team, but the
Your
ultimate
name?
team. And they've been getting to work. They've been getting busy. They've been handing out L's to the opposition speedily and efficiently. So I mean, they're the favorites. They're the team to win. I don't think the competition has really been that has been great against them. I'm not gonna say every match has been easy. Some of the matches have been closer than I expected, but
Yeah.
ultimately speaking, LeBron, KD have been playing exceptional, making sure that they exert their dominance and show that they can affect the game in multiple ways, especially in case of LeBron and his obviously his passing ability, not only trying to score, but KD has been doing well rounded as well. He had it scoring, rebounds. I think he's the all-time scoring and rebound leader for USA men's basketball team, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I know scoring for
And
sure. I'm not sure about the
I think
rebounding
it's all
part, but
stats.
scoring
I
for
think
sure.
it's all stats and rebounding, which was surprising. But I mean,
Mhm.
and I don't always associate KD being a great rebounder, so he's definitely stepping up. But USA has it under control right now. I mean, we're now in the important stages of
Yep,
men's basketball. The group stage, you could win every match in the group stage and lose your first knockout match. So
exactly.
it's
And
all
that's a
about
wrap.
it's knockout. No, it's not like NBA. You get four tries or seven tries technically to
No,
win a
so,
to win a
yeah,
series.
no
If it goes seven,
series.
yeah, it's one and done. So they have
Mhm.
to execute. They can't have an off game. They can't be sluggish. These teams have been studying USA, of course. Uh, Teams know what to expect. So once USA steps up, they stay consistent, stay locked in, stay focused, rotate players well. That needs to be rotated. If a man has to ride the bench, quote unquote, because the team is cooking right now, that's on the court, let them cook. You don't need to bring it, bring a new player and offset the or disrupt the chemistry of the team.
Yeah,
So I think USA has a good chance, and they're playing Brazil in their quarterfinal games. I think Brazil. Anything that's made it to quarterfinals in the Olympics in basketball
it's
is
good.
a good team. A good team. You have to put respect on that team. But we expect USA to go there and dominate. Brazil is not known to be a powerhouse in basketball. I mean, called FIBA rankings. So I expect USA to go there and get to work.
Yeah, man. Uh, while we're here, seeing a couple of people on the stream, don't forget to hit that like button so we could, get out there to more people. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, hit that subscribe button as well. And let's move on. Quarterfinals for the basketball. We got France versus Canada as the next fixture. Then we also have Germany versus Greece. And then we have Serbia versus Australia. I think this lineup is a gauntlet, man. This is going to be so much fun. A lot of big NBA names that we know
Man, head to head.
playing for all of these teams. So Canada, we have SGA. France, we have Bambi, Rudy Gobert. For Greece, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo, of course. Germany, we got Dennis Schroeder, Franz Wagner. Serbia, we got the MVP, the reigning MVP of the NBA, and Nikola Jokic. So a lot of heat in these quarterfinals, and this should be some of the best basketball that we've seen all Olympics. I guess first with the Canada versus France. Who do you think is coming out on top in that one?
Honestly, that's such a tough prediction there. That's a tough fixture. Both teams, I
Is
think those are very equally, I guess, equally ranked teams playing against each other. I should say, but I may have to go with Canada. I just feel like Canada has the overall shooting, the players, enough NBA players to get a job done. Good chemistry already. They know each other. They've been playing with each other for a little while. Uh, I think they're gonna get done. Wemby and Ruby are Rudy obviously great. Not say great. Well, great players in this contest. They're good players, but they're still more on defensive. Still more defensive oriented. Obviously, Wemby can get points, get buckets, but I think Canada has an X factor. I think they have that X factor. So is it gonna be an easy game? No, it can swing each way. But I
Mhm.
do believe Canada's gonna get the victory at the end of the day.
uh
SGA is gonna step up for sure.
why I
And
think this is a sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say yeah, the guy from Canada is not coming to mind at this point in time. That plays for Jokic. Plays with Jokic. Whoa,
Jamal
his name
Murray.
is slipping me. Jamal Murray. Yeah.
Jamal Murray getting slandered on Twitter all day. I don't know. You ever see Jamal Murray doppelganger?
No, no, I have not. I have not. I have not.
Or he messing up for some sportiness? Anytime that he does anything bad on any type of basketball court,
Mhm.
the meme just start going, man. So he hasn't really been performing for Canada um over their run through the Olympics. So it's a sporty time on Twitter when you type in Jamal Murray.
I try not to
But
look for it.
but yeah, for me, I think this is a very interesting matchup for for one main reason. Each of these teams are playing against each other's weakness. So for me, Canada lacks front court size. On the other hand, France lacks perimeter play. So both teams feed into each other's weaknesses to some degree. So this is going to be one of the most interesting matches. I generally don't know what to predict. I feel like Canada has been the better team so far and has been more consistent. France has relied a lot on Wemby's heroics to really pull them out the mud. They can't have that going into this game. I bet on Canada winning this game. I don't feel good saying that because I feel like Wemby and Gobert could kind or Wemby alone could come and just show it out in the mud. And I think this is a really big defining moment for Victor Wembanyama as well. So he may want to set the tone and stand out and say, "Yo,
Mhm.
I hear." So this is a tough one, but I go with Canada based on their consistency throughout the cohesiveness throughout the tournament so far.
I can't fault you there. Canada for W all day.
And the next bracket, is the next teams in the bracket. Um, Germany and Greece.
I'm going with Germany. Germany,
Yeah,
Germany, are the defending champions, correct?
yeah,
And the FIBA World
yeah,
Cup.
yeah. They won the FIBA World Cup last year.
Yeah. So I have Germany to win. They obviously they're a great team. They know they play well together. They know each
Mhm.
other's strengths. Dennis Schroeder is the
Then it sort of turns it.
he steps into a different kind of player when playing for the international team, which most of these players
Yeah,
do. But
do you?
he just elevates the game. Greece obviously have Giannis, but I
But
don't think Greece has enough firepower to
yeah,
beat Germany as a unit. So Germany they pick
it'll take a
hands down.
crazy game. It will take
They would
a,
a 50 point. You can't get
a,
50 points in these 40 minutes.
I
So
was just gonna say, Giannis might be the one.
to go
It
50
can take like
points.
that closeout game for Giannis in the finals, and when they won the champion, the Bucks won the championship
Yeah, I remember.
for him to get to the next round, boy.
Like he would need. Nah, they're not gonna let that happen at all. Giannis would go off, but he would have to go about 40, 45 points out, and that's like that. Then in 40 minutes is him on another tier.
Yeah.
So, but for me, Germany has this game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout per se, but I have Germany to get the win for sure.
All right, I gotta stick with you on this one. I don't feel like Greece has. Greece had a lot of letdowns in the group stages, in my opinion. Giannis can't take them. Giannis can't take them there alone, man. I don't think he has enough help, really and truly.
Yeah,
Germany is a better all-around team.
they should bring
1 through
Thanasis, man.
15.
So Thanasis in the crowd just cheering. We just should bring Thanasis. You need another NBA player. You need that star power.
Thanasis, nah. The man, all right, let me not say the man is not. I guess an
Because
international play.
he's
He's
still an NBA
one of the
player.
best that they have.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
he's
still
one
an
of the
NBA
best that
player.
they
He
have.
still has to be a decent player.
But
I think he's
come on,
injured. Is he? Is
Thanasis.
he injured? Is he injured?
I think he might be.
Yeah. I
I am
remember we
not
talking
100
about.
percent
I
sure,
remember
but I
we were
didn't see
talking
him
about how he
play.
got injured. He got injured in the NBA. I think he was like we were asking how did he get injured for if he was because sitting on the bench. If he was sitting on the bench for too long, but
Yeah,
he went all kind of
exactly.
injury. But he's still an NBA player. You gotta put some respect on these players.
A funny guy, man. A funny guy, Thanasis. Moving on. The next fixture we have is Serbia versus Australia. Um, Australia has been pretty good. Josh Giddey, I would say, has been leading the way. Australia does have a lot of NBA talent, really and truly. You got the Australian legend Paddy Mills on the team.
Is he still contributing now in this Olympics?
Uh, Not as much as he would have been before, truthfully, but there may be a game where it just takes one game. This might just be the game where he goes off for like 30 something, and drop like 7 trees or something like that. Is
We
he's
save
still a good player. He still could
or
be
he's
good.
saving it or he's saving it
Uh,
for the knockout stages.
Who knows? I think this will also be a good matchup all around. Uh, Jokic probably got to go off. I would put my bet on Serbia. Put my bet on Jokic. I don't think who they have to guard him is going to be enough. So
Yeah.
Jokic, I think he's going to take matters into his own hands and say, yeah, I got to win this for us to get to the next round, and ultimately do so as an MVP should. So Serbia for me in this one.
I have to agree. Serbia, Jokic is going to put the team on his back. I mean, there's not many players in the world in the world, but I didn't say NBA just for now that can guard him. We do know the NBA has the best players. Are the players overseas are better than some NBA players? Of course they are. But overall, NBA has the best players on the earth. But that being said, if they can't guard him, Lord knows nobody from Australia guarding Jokic. So once Jokic is able to at least he's gonna get his points for sure, but once he's able to at least distribute to his teammates and they can at least get some buckets, I just think it's gonna be a wrap. Once again, I say a wrap, but it's not gonna be a blowout. I expect it to be a close game. It's international play. Probably gonna come down to it's probably gonna come down to the last couple minutes just to get a solidify a lead. But I have Serbia to win for sure.
All right, sweet. We on the same page. So all these quarterfinal matchups are happening tomorrow, actually. So by
All
tomorrow we
tomorrow.
should be seeing who's going to the semifinals. Yep, all of them tomorrow.
happen
Hopefully he
simultaneously,
get
or
the
they
privilege.
happen
No, I
one
think they
after
can
the
be
other?
split times.
Okay.
Some of them might overlap in times and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure how the times are going, but I know all of them are tomorrow for sure. So if you're into the basketball action in the Olympics, um, log on to the Olympics website and yeah, I did the time. You'll be able to see when these quarterfinal matches would be playing. I'm sure they won't disappoint.
Yeah, they all play at different times. Yeah, the first one is at five
Uh,
o'clock.
mhm. By next week on our next episode, we should be able to see who's equal. Actually, the whole Olympics should be wrapping up by the 10th. I think the 10th or the 11th is the last day.
11th is the
Um,
last day, so I think by the
yeah,
10th
the
it should be
11th is the
basically
last
because
day.
11th is
Yeah,
normally the closing ceremony for the most part.
hmm yeah. So the 10th is the gold medal game for basketball, and also the bronze medal game as well. So if you want to tune in to that alone, August 10th at 3:30, the gold medal game for basketball at the Olympics. We see who if the US is really, really the best team in the world. All right. While we on these dates, we're going to give you some dates to watch coming up. We know athletics is the main focus at this point. So most of these dates are athletic focus. Uh, Not sure if there's any other sports that I don't know you're paying attention to, Hakeem, but off the rip, tomorrow we have the women's 200-meter finals. We talked about it briefly with Julien Alfred. We're hoping for the St. Lucia posse that they can get another gold medal, and the way how she's running is certainly possible. So the women's 200-meter final tomorrow at 3:40. Um, this is Atlantic Standard Time, our local time, and then the next big race we have coming up is the men's 400-meter final, which is on the 7th of August. We got a Caribbean. I don't know if Stalwart is a good a good descriptor for him. And Kirani James from Grenada running in that race. I would presume he's running that race. Let me say that.
Well, the finals. I don't think the semis have runners yet for the 400 meters. I think it
400
has it.
meter finals.
I don't think the semis have
The
runners yet. I don't.
semifinals on the 7th.
I thought you said finals is on the 7th.
Well, okay. I'm seeing finals here. I think that's the correct thing. Don't want to give the people the wrong news. I guess you could check out for me in the meantime.
Let me check it quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. We have the marathon running on the 10th of August. I think that's an interesting one. I don't know how many people watching marathon, but it's always interesting to see. I think it's Kipchoge. It's how you pronounce his name.
Yes. Yeah.
So much
The Louis.
pace. So much pace. So much pace. It's always interesting to see how those guys tackle the race. Apparently, I saw articles saying that it's going to be one of the more difficult marathon runs. I don't know what they're doing with the terrain or anything like that. But given how they're making it sound, I don't know if there's going to be another uh, world record or Olympic record this time around. But those guys are probably going to put on a show. I'm going to try to tune in and watch that. Probably not in its entirety, but maybe for because that's a long race. That's like a
Yeah.
two hour race.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
he might get it. He
I'm
might.
gonna
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I was saying he might get it under 2 hours for sure.
well, that was the record that he set the last time, I think, which
Yeah.
people didn't think was possible. So I don't know if he's going to get
To get it
some
again. Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
Given I just going off of the article that I saw saying that this marathon is going to be a more difficult one in some regard. So we'll see if he could pull off. If anybody could do it, it's him though. If anybody could do it, it's him. Um,
Sure. Let me add into the. I did chat for the 400. So as you're correct, the 400 finals is running on the 7th, but the semi-finals is running tomorrow. So which
okay.
means
Oh,
the
that's
finals have
quite
not.
turnaround.
Yeah, well, that's fair. One race a day. So the rounds. I think the 400-meter rounds was yesterday, I believe, for men. So they give it 2 days rest, and then the semifinals, and then the finals the day afterwards. But it can't run both on the same day. That's a little, if you want to see a world record pace or a good race, you have to give them some rest. So the semifinals should be pretty heated. Uh, a quick touch on some athletes. Karate James, as Rayvon would have mentioned, big
Mm-hmm.
athlete. hopefully makes the finals. You have Hudson Smith from England. He right now I think he has the world lead for this season. He's been running phenomenal. He ran 44.78, a comfortable 44.78 in the prelim. So he's looking pretty healthy. The Americans are always dangerous. You have Michael Norman, you have Quincy Hall. I can't remember the last 400-meter runner from USA, but those are the two big dogs for America. So America
Mhm.
has no shortage of 44.400-meter runners. USA is just that they're that country. I think they win it almost every year for the most part. Every Olympics for the most part they've been up there at least a medalist. Um, and I think outside of those athletes, I can't remember who else I should be looking for the 400 meters for men, but those are the guys to look out for sure. So I
For
expect
sure.
another great finals on the 7th.
For sure. Um, One thing that we didn't have here that I thought should have been good is 400-meter hurdles, women specifically, because
Mm,
we mentioned Fem Cable earlier, and one of these, I would gotta say one of my most, I can say, favorite athletes from this Olympics gotta be, um, oh boy, name just missing me. Favorite, and I can't remember it. That's crazy.
I mean,
400-meter runner,
Miss Sydney.
Sydney McLaughlin. Yes, crazy athlete, crazy athlete. I'm interested to see her in the 400-meter hurdles finals. Their semifinals is tomorrow, actually, I believe. Let me just make sure. Tomorrow, yes. Semifinals for the 400-meter hurdles for the women's 400-meter hurdles is tomorrow. So I'd be interested to see how that goes. I'm pretty confident that she'll be going through to the next round. Fem Cable as well. Pretty much between the two of them, keeping my eyes on for that race. Looking forward to that. And then the men's 200-meter final is on the 8th of August, which is this
Thursday. This Thursday.
Thursday. So another date to mark in your calendars. And then one of the penultimate events at most athletic um, events is the 4x100-meter races. Uh, those are coming up, I think, on the 10th as well.
Yeah,
Closing out. No, the 4x400 is on the
it's the
10th.
10th. If for one might be the day
Yes.
before. Yeah,
The four by 100s are on the 9th.
yeah.
So
Normally, yeah,
jam packed days on the 9th for the 10th, and on the 9th and the 10th, as many of these sports come to an end. So keep your TVs on, mark down all these dates in your calendars. Obviously, you could always check out the Olympics website to get more specific dates for other sports that you may be interested in. Um, so yeah, man, we excited to close out this Olympics season. Only happens once every 4 years, so we got to be a part of it. And glad to share it with you here on the Hostro Bros. And again, if you're liking the content that you're seeing right now, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Be sure to follow us as we continue the coverage. We'll be doing our last Olympics episode next week, Monday. Uh, so if you want a little recap on the Olympics on the whole, could tune in with us then next week. I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else in the world of sports that you need to mention? I think the Olympics are taking up the bulk of the sports
yeah,
right now. Not
yeah,
much going on. Otherwise, if you're unless you're into baseball, for example, um, NBA season, of course, has died down a little bit. I see a little tweeting and the little tweets here and there about a little bit of moves and stuff like that, but nothing big on my end. F1 is on break for right now as well. So
yeah. This is
only
this
the
this is
Olympics
this
thing.
this is this the
Yeah,
Olympic. This is the Olympic month right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Period.
yeah.
Nothing,
Correct, correct.
nothing else matters right now. All I can say is that this has been a phenomenal summer for sports. I can't
Yeah,
remember. I
for
can't recall the
sure.
sports that I've had so many events, so many major events to watch and be a
Yeah.
part of and actually enjoy. Cricket World
Hmm.
Cup, Euros and
Yeah.
football, Copa
Euros.
America, Olympics. I mean, it's just been action packed. So this has been a great
And
summer
they
for
had some
sport.
tennis earlier too. Oh,
Yes.
speaking of tennis, uh, Novak Djokovic got
Got the
his
goal.
revenge on Carlos. On Carlos got the goal. So I know he's feeling like a dollar bird, as we would say here in Barbados. So that was fun to see. I just felt like the way that Carlos has been dominating the tennis field, they might have pushed Djokovic into retirement. I ain't gonna lie, but I know that would have given him some confidence. I was like plus 1,000 there in confidence back for Djokovic. So it's going to be fun to see their battles from here on out because I know Carlos is very disappointed with the result in the end. But such is the nature of sports. Every man has his day,
Every man has his day.
eh? All right, so I think that's a wrap for us for the night. Thanks everyone for joining us. Those new to the channel, again, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and join us again as we do our weekly streams Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. You could join us for this Olympic coverage. So again, thanks again. Astro Bros out.